Hello everyone and welcome back to another video today we're going to be planting some of these seeds here, mainly brassicas, but we've got some carrots here as well, which I'm going to plant probably in like some container. They're only like little baby carrots, but yeah, I'll plant them in a little container with some compost, so they'll be like a nice snack to have quite soon. So yeah, we've got some different cabbages, Brussels sprouts, cauliflowers and stuff like that to plant. We're going to plant those in these cells here, and then we're just going to put them in the greenhouse. So yeah, that should be quite nice to have some. I'm dropping them. Now it should be quite nice to have some nice Brussels sprouts and not lots of different cabbages on the allotment. So yeah, let's get planting some of these. So here we have 5 different packets of seeds, 5 different varieties of brassicas and stuff like that. I've got different cabbages as well. So yeah, I'm going to do for each variety 2 of these little rows here. So first, if I can get it, I'm just going to get this old little sieve here. I'm going to sieve some compost in it, as this compost here has quite a few lumps in it, so sieving it would help a bit. It's got a little hole in there, but this one is quite a fine mesh, so we'll have some loose soil to have in these seed trees. So I'm just going to get some of this multi-purpose compost and put on top of it. It's literally just normal Westland multi-purpose compost, but it's got some Johnnings stuff added to it. So we'll move this back just a little bit. Break some of these lumps up. It's just to break some of the clumps up and that. So we should have, quite a more of a fine mixture. So here we have some more compost. I'm going to get this stuff sieved. So now we're getting through quite a bit of this compost. We've just left some of these barky bits. Get it all through. Tap the bottom because you get some of the really fine stuff sort of stuck to the bottom. And then give it a good old sieve again. There we go. Look at that. That's really good stuff, that is. So I think this I'm just going to put on the garden. It's good mulch. If you're doing an awful lot of these, you can save this stuff and use it as mulch or whatever. Like top dressing if you're planting trees or repotting stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to chuck this on the garden. So now I'm just literally, okay, I think I should move these seeds out of the way up there, to be honest. So now I'm just literally just going to spread this out over the seeds, not the seeds, the seed tray. Getting mixed up today. Sorry if there is quite a bit of traffic going by at the moment. Gonna just run it over, and if I can find it, I have one of those paper pot makers somewhere. That's quite easy to press the soil down with. So this is one of those paper pot maker things. Owen from the Welsh Gardener did a video on that, so definitely go check his video on it out on how to actually use this thing. So I've got one here, but this one is very good because it has this top bit, which is very good for just compacting down, pushing in some of these cells here. It doesn't go in all the way, but it presses it down just enough so it doesn't make it too compact, but firms the soil together so you have a nice packed mixture in there. Just gonna press all this down. Just gonna brush a bit more of that off there to make it easier to press these in. Gotta be careful because these trees are very flimsy, you don't want to have to chuck them. You want to avoid breaking things like this, because you don't want it just to be single use, you want to use it multiple times. Gonna get a bit more of this stuff, just brush it over, and then gonna give it just one tap on each one, just a very quick tap over on all of them. I remember doing this last year now, back sowing some seeds. Nice to get sowing again. Everyone else has been getting their stuff growing. I've been a bit behind, but we don't have heated greenhouses and that, so yeah, we can't be too early. So that looks quite nice, like that. So what I'm going to do now, this is a little bit moist, you know, you won't get anything to grow in it that much, but you know, it's not bone dry. But what I'm going to do now is literally sprinkle it with a little bit of water, so then we can literally just put the seeds in, and that'll be it. So I'm going to get that little squeezy bottle thing. So this bottle is literally an old lemonade bottle. It's got a Coca-Cola lid on though, but yeah, literally just got some tacks and nailed them through, so you know, it makes it more like a sprinkler thing. You know, it's, you know, you can use the hose pipe in that, but this is just easier, and you know, you can do little cells as well without wetting absolutely everything. You can control the pressures if you want, you know, on how hard you squeeze it, so you know, it's quite a nice little handy thing to have. We've all seen them before, but you should definitely make yourself one. Literally took me 5 minutes, if that, you know, just finding the screws and that. The little tack nails, that's really not pleasing on the ears. So now I've literally got a little pencil, just going to put that there, and I think I'm going to start off with this cauliflower. Need to label all these up as well first, so yeah, we can use this pencil to write the labels, and we can make the little holes with them. So I'm just going to write down a couple of these varieties here. So first one is got spider webs on these. Got cauliflower all year round, so you won't be able to see it on camera probably, but this is just in pencil. So that's cauliflower, and then I'll do the rest of the ones we're planting in these little cells. So now we have the varieties. We've got cabbage earliest of all, cabbage golden acre, Brussels sprout, Evesham special. We've got cabbage January king, and then we've got the good old cauliflower all year round. So I think we'll start with the cauliflower. I'm going to put the label in like that. So to make the hole, you can just put a little indentation, or you can just put the pencil in. So just going to open this up, double packeted. These are all 50 and 70p, 75p each from like Wilko and that, so quite cheap and good value. So how many seeds do we have on this? 400 seeds. So yeah, I think we're going to have enough. Then we'll do 3 to 4 seeds in each cell. So I think I'm just going to put like a little indentation with my finger into the soil. Didn't have to be super precise with the depths, you know, anywhere from like a few 5mm to 10mm. You know, it doesn't have to be really precise. You just want it not too high up, but not too deep, so they rot. So I'm literally just go to put a few in. That one had quite a few. Oh, they're all coming out. Best way to do it is just tap it so not too many come out, because these seeds are quite small and about 5 or 6 are falling in some of them. So you've got to be quite careful not to put too many in so you're not wasting them. Just gonna put that in there like that. You can probably plant some more later on, so we have succession planting sort of thing. Got some of that soil there. If you just want to get these 2 of your fingers, I'll bring you in closer so you can see a bit more. So if you just want to get your 2 fingers like that, literally push in like that from all 4 corners. That's probably the best way to get them all in the middle, and then literally light sprinkling of compost over the top. You can use a sieve if you want, like that. So yeah, that's that one done. So moving you back a little bit, we can do January King cabbage. So if I can find the label. So here is the label, so I'm literally just going to get this little label and shove it in there. I'm going to rip the top off this. 75p for 350 seeds for these nice purple cabbages here. Just go to open it up a little bit. Rip it off. I'm not going to go and show you me planting every single one of these. I'll just do this one and then we'll plant the carrots, because I don't want to show you me literally just planting all of these. I can't open this. 1 second. There we go. That's quite nice. We've got some little seeds in there. So same thing, same depth. These cabbages. Can put them all in. There we go. Was a bit more precise with the amount of seeds in that one. Didn't put too many in. 3 or 4. Just gonna shove this in. So I've got some nice compact cells now. Have a nice little root ball. Gonna sprinkle some of this soil over that we sieved on. If you want to double sieve it, you can, like I said. There we go. I'm just going to wrap this up. Put this back in the packet. It's always so hard to get these packets back open. There we go. So I'm going to do these other ones here. So yeah, let me crack on with these. Just a quick little tip for you. Make sure all these little bits here are like disposed of, because you don't want them ending up in your soil, as they have like the little tin foil bit inside and that won't rot down. So yeah, just make sure you dispose of them. So now what I'm going to do is get a few handfuls of compost and sieve over these ones that I didn't put soil over the top of. I think I could do with just a little bit more. Be careful not to like have these seeds like loose, so you're brushing them away, and that's why we push them down You know, we do that thing with our fingers. So chuck that to that side. So that is pretty much it. I'm just going to get the top of this one more time and extremely lightly just tap it down. Make sure the top layer is quite firm. Like so, and then just going to give it a little brush over. That's why it's really important to have those seeds pushed in, so when you're brushing it over, you're not raking them up. So now what I'm going to do is get this bottle thing and only very lightly give it tea water, because we already watered the bottom half. With having these compact cells, it's quite easy to water it in as you're not washing it away. You still got to be careful though. So put this bottle to the side as it's making a horrible noise, and yeah, that's that done. So now let's plant some of these carrots. So first I'm going to get the hose and give it a light watering. This one doesn't have like a shower setting sort of thing on it, this attachment, but you know, it's like a lightish watering on the surface. So the variety is Royal Chutney 3 or something. Don't know if it will focus. There we go. So yeah, 75p from Wilco for 1,000 seeds. So I'm literally just going to rip the top off. Dropped it again. Double packeted. I rip a bit more off that so it's a bit easier. Like so. And I'm just going to evenly spread them out. I think that's quite a decent spacing there if I bring you in. Most of those will be pricked out, but I think that is, you know, quite a good spacing in there. So if you was doing large carrots, you would want to have the container more filled up, or just have a deeper container. But with these being baby carrots, I found that you don't need to use as much compost. So we'll probably fill it up, just a light sprinkling over it, and you know, it'll be like a nice bush on the top. And the good thing with having baby carrots and not having to put as much compost in is that this rim here, with all these shoots coming up, it will sort of support it more and hold it upright. But you don't want to have so many carrots in there that it doesn't let that much air in. So when you're thinning your seeds out, make sure they're not absolutely tons of them if you're doing them in a container like this, as there won't be too much, as there won't be enough water or any air circulation going in there. So you've just got to keep that in mind. So now I'm just going to get some compost and sieve over it. So now I'm going to cover it with about 1/2 inch of compost. This is the same compost that I've been using. It's the Westland one in the blue bag with added Johnnins. So yeah, I'm going to add about 1/2 inch, 1.5 centimeters of compost to the top. Going to brush that in. I think we could do with a little more. Gonna give it a good old shake. So I think that's enough. Just go to get that in. I've done this on the lawn, so spillage of compost doesn't matter that much. And it's not really going to waste then that much. But you know, if you can, try and keep it focused to where you want it to go. So I'm just going to pat this down gently, like so. So yeah, this container is quite deep, so like I said, as it's baby carrots, we don't need to fill it that much. These little barky bits, as I said earlier, can be used as like some sort of mulch. So now I'm just going to give it a watering in. I'm going to wash the compost off the insides of the pot here, just to make it look a little nicer. Pot already looks a bit scrappy, but it needs to be alright behind the back of the pond. Give it a good old watering in. By the way, make sure there is drainage holes in the bottom of the pot as well. Can't speak today for some reason, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a little piece of cardboard and simply, if this will fit, put it over the top. Might want to get some other bits as well to put there, just to stop a little bit of light getting in. Obviously light can still get under there a bit more, but if you can cut a better sort of cardboard thing, or just put plank of wood over it, just to encourage your carrots to germinate. It keeps warmth in, keeps moisture in, and they sort of like to germinate a bit more in the dark. But keep checking it like every day or every other day for signs of germination, and as soon as you can see them starting to come up, take the cardboard off and then they will carry on growing. So that's just a quick little tip for you. So I'm going to put this around the side of the pond. It should germinate very soon, and yeah, let me do that. So I've just finished labelling up them carrots. I've really enjoyed planting these seeds today, and I would love to know what you're planting or what you have planted. So be sure to tell me what you've planted in the comments section below, or what you're planning to grow this year. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, remember to click that like button and press subscribe with notifications on, so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So if you want to watch more of my videos, click up here to watch my latest video, and click over here to watch my repotting chili video. So apart from that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye everybody.